Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to start our next chapter. Name of the chapter is Understanding Quadrilaterals. First, let us recall different varieties of curves you have seen in the earlier classes. Open and closed curves and polygons. Curves, polygons. Curves. We normally come across certain lines which are not straight in our life. For example, a garland, a snake, a leaf or petals of a flower. All these lines which are not straight is called curves. If a curve does not cross itself, then it is called a simple curve. These curves are simple curve. And the curves that cross itself are called as non-simple curves. Curves are of two types: open curves and closed curves. Open curves. These curves are open in any one of its sides as shown here. Their starting point is different from the end point. Closed curves. Curves whose endpoints joined to enclose an area are called closed curves. The starting point and end point of these curves are same. Interior and exterior of a closed curve. The area which is inside a closed curve is referred to as interior of a curve. The points A, B, C, D, E and F all lie in the interior of this closed curve. The entire area which is outside of a closed curve is referred to as exterior of a curve. The points A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H all lie in the exterior of this closed curve. Polygons. A simple closed curve made up of only line segments is called a polygon. A polygon has at least 3 line segments. The line segments of a polygon are named by the sides in it. Poly means many and gon means sides. Thus a polygon has many sides. Different polygons having definite number of sides are given names according to the number of sides. We already discussed a simple closed curve made up of only line segments is called a polygon. Observe the first 3 figures. They are made up of line segments and in each figure the line segments does not cross itself. So they are simple closed curves that are polygons. Now observe the next 3 figures. They are made up of line segments, but in first 2 figures the line segments are cross itself and the third figure is not closed. So they are curves that are not polygons. Classification of polygons. In the first column we have number of sides or vertices. Second column have classification and third column have sample figures. A polygon with 3 sides is called a triangle. A polygon with 4 sides is called a quadrilateral. A polygon with 5 sides is called a pentagon. A polygon with 6 sides is called a hexagon. A polygon with 7 sides is called a heptagon. A polygon with 8 sides is called a octagon. A polygon with 9 sides is called a nonagon. A polygon with 10 sides is called a decagon. And a polygon with n sides is called a n-gon. Sides, vertices and diagonals of a polygon. This is a polygon formed with 5 line segments. The line segments forming a polygon are called its sides. This polygon has 5 sides: AB, BC, CD, DE and EA. The points at which the sides meet are called vertices. This polygon has 5 vertices. These are A, B, C, D and E. Any 2 sides with a common endpoint are called the adjacent sides of the polygon. The pairs of adjacent sides are AB and BC, BC and CD, CD and DE, DE and EA, EA and AB. The endpoints of the same side of a polygon are called adjacent vertices. The pairs of adjacent vertices are A and B, B and C, C and D, D and E, E and A. The joins of pairs of vertices which are not adjacent are called the diagonals of the polygon. The diagonals of this polygon are AC, AD, DB, BE and EC. Convex and concave polygons. Convex polygons. A convex polygon is a polygon in which all the sides are pushed outward. That is, polygons that are convex have no portion of their diagonals in their exteriors. Given figures are some examples of convex polygons. Concave polygons or non-convex polygons. A concave polygon is a polygon in which at least two sides are pushed in. Given figures are some examples of concave polygons. Regular and irregular polygons. We know that polygon is a closed two-dimensional shape made up of line segments only. Polygons have a flat surface. If we have these two polygons, what can we say about their properties? Let's talk about the first one. The side length of this square are equal as well as the sides of its four angles, because they are all right angles. This kind of polygon is called a regular polygon. So, a regular polygon is a polygon with equal sides and equal angles. Now, let's have a look at the second polygon. It is obvious that the sides of this polygon are not equal and the angles also not equal. For instance, we have an acute angle and the rest of the angles are obtuse angles. Therefore, this polygon is not regular. We call such these polygons that don't have equal sides or angles irregular polygon. Here are some examples of regular and irregular polygons. Equilateral triangle is the regular polygon with three sides. A regular polygon with four sides is square. Pentagon is a regular polygon with five sides, and so on. Next topic is angle sum property of a triangle. We know that set squares represent a triangle. So let us measure the angles of two set squares. The first set square has angles 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. Their sum equal to 30 degree plus 60 degree plus 90 degree equal to 180 degree. The second set square has angles 45 degree, 45 degree, 90 degree. Their sum is equal to 45 degree plus 45 degree plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. In each case, we see that the sum of the angles of a triangular figure is 180 degree. Hence, we can say that the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Next, angle sum property of a quadrilateral. The sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. This is called the angle sum property of a quadrilateral. To find the sum, let's divide the quadrilateral into two triangles by drawing a diagonal. Let AC be a diagonal. ABC and ADC be the two triangles. We know that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Therefore, in triangle ABC, angle BAC plus angle ACB plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Mark it as equation 1. Similarly, in triangle ADC, angle CAD plus angle ACD plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Mark it as equation 2. Now, by adding 1 and 2, we get angle BAC plus angle ACB plus angle B plus angle CAD plus angle ACD plus angle D is equal to 180 degree plus 180 degree, which is equal to 360 degree. Also, angle BAC plus angle CAD is equal to angle A and angle ACB plus angle ACD is equal to angle C. So, angle A plus angle D plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 360 degree, or angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. That is, the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Let us discuss some example questions now. First question, find the angle measure x in the following figures. A question. Here we have a quadrilateral ABCD. We need to find the value of x. Let us check the answer. Given angle A is equal to 150 degree, angle B is 110 degree and angle C is 20 degree. We know that sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So, angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. Angle A is 150 degree plus angle B is 110 degree plus angle C is 20 degree plus angle D is x. We need to find that angle. So plus x is equal to 360 degree. Next step, 150 degree plus 110 degree plus 20 degree is 280 degree plus x is equal to 360 degree. From this, x is equal to 360 degree minus 280 degree. Therefore, x is equal to, what is 360 minus 280? Yes, 80 degree. So, x is equal to 80 degree. The unknown angle is equal to 80 degree. If you add 80 degree with the other three angles, you will get 360 degree. Next question. If you observe the figure, you can see that the figure has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides. So it is a pentagon. How many angles are there for a pentagon? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in the figure only given 3 angles. We can find these two interior angles with the help of these two exterior angles. Because these two angles are linear pair. So their sum is 180 degree. One angle is 60 degree. So the other angle is equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree is equal to 120 degree. So this angle is 120 degree. Similarly, these two angles are linear pair. One angle is 50 degree. So the other angle is equal to 180 degree minus 50 degree is equal to 130 degree. So this angle is 130 degree. Now we have all the interior angles in this pentagon. Next we need the sum of all the interior angles in a pentagon. Angle sum of a pentagon is 540 degree. So, 40 degree plus x plus 130 degree plus 120 degree is equal to 540 degree. Next step is 40 degree plus x plus 130 degree plus 120 degree is equal to 540 degree. In the next step, let us add like terms. 40 degree plus 130 degree plus 120 degree is 290 degree plus x is 2x is equal to 540 degree. Next step, 2x is equal to, we are transposing 290 degree to the RHS. So 2x is equal to 540 degree minus 90 degree. What is 540 minus 290? Yes, it is 250 degree. So 2x is equal to 250 degree. From this, x is equal to 250 degree divided by 2. What is 250 divided by 2? Yes, it is 125 degree. Now we got the unknown angle x. It is 125 degree. Therefore, the two unknown angles are 125 degree and 125 degree. Okay children, today's class is completed. I hope you understood what we discussed today.